Hello and welcome everybody. Today we are gonna make a tier list out of the strats that I have been doing this league. I used the 6th strat in my Road to Mage Blood series. I'll put the links in the description so you can check the strats as well. Now the first strat we are gonna talk about is Jun strat. Now this strat is different because it has a lot of prep time. You need to prepare the board, you need to know the Jun. This is a detailed mechanic. I saw some people doing without setuping the board, just rushing for the all flames. But since I did with the setup board, I will count this strat as the setup one. And the gravishes in the transport is always amazing. It always feels like there's something big to drop, and that sensation is one of the main things that makes PoE fun. So I'm gonna put Jun in A. I'm putting this in A, but if the setup board was not required, I will probably put it in like A plus S tier. Somewhere in the middle. Now next up on the list is Blight. Blight was a very basic farm, and one of the negatives of Blight is even though we use like couple of teal oils, if you didn't know, teal oil makes the encounter shorter. Even though we use them, the Blights were taking too much time, and the kind of thing about Blight was you just sit there, like you are waiting for towers to do, you are waiting for monsters to come. And also this is not the popular in map Blight, we run blighted maps, and I think even though this is a profitable, especially early on, I didn't enjoy this as much as the other strats, so I'm gonna put this in C strat. And the other cons of Blight is you are clicking way too much. I was playing with a volcanic fissure that time, and since there is no way to open chests with attacks, this was a nightmare. I know some people using unearthed to open chests, but I didn't use that, but I kinda wish I did back then. Now next up on the list is Delirium mirror farming. This strat is way more fun than I anticipated. Because the loot is dropping at the end, you are not looting that much while mapping, and that kinda accelerates your gameplay experience. If you go on a map, try out a build, do not loot anything, and you will feel way better with the build. And this strat is kinda shining that part of PoE. You are still getting the loot explosions at the end, and they are very satisfying, and you are getting the mapping experience as well. The cons I could say about this strat is this strat requires a strong character, even though profit is not that high. I'm gonna put this strat on A. The reason it's not going S is it's not giving that much money according to your build strongness. And next up on the list is stack tax. This strat was a lot of fun as well. The main plus of this strat is you are not really need anything to set up. You just buy 8 mod maps and you just buy 1 scarab. Since all of the scarabs are same and you can buy all them from Faustus, it feels very fast to set up this strat. And this strat is giving you solid at least 10 div an hour, and it goes up to 15 divine per hour. But the cons of this strat is this strat requires a lot of clicking, just like Blight. Now I'm not a clicking enjoyer, and in our results we were getting 64 stack tax on average every map, and that means we are clicking 60 to 70 times more per map, so that's kinda annoying. But the profit numbers are pretty solid on this one, and I'm gonna put this on to B. And here we are with the Abyss strat. Now let's skip the chase and put this into the S tier. This is by far the best method I have done this league. It brings raw divines, puzzle boxes, even sacred orbs, which means like if you do this strat enough, you will pretty likely to get a mirror, which is almost affliction level broken. I mean, there is not much thing to say about this strat. The things are very fun. The only thing that I can say cons about this build is this strat requires you to play spells because of the node with opening chests with spells. If you are playing attack build, you need to put unearthed and you need to go out of your way to open some chests. So it's kind of restricting spellcasters. But the payout is way worth for it. And especially if you are doing it with risk scarabs, this like goes up to S+. But that requires a pretty strong character. And the last but not least is Alch Go. I have done this strat like a cherry on top. Like I did not fully focus for it. I was doing the maps chilly, relaxing. And even though I entered with low expectations, this strat made way more money than all 4 of these strats. At least in my testings. And for clicking wise, we were clicking way less than stack tax and Blight. And I think where Alch Go should go is A+. I just added this. This strat was pretty fun, pretty profitable. And since it doesn't require any setup, we were just alching the map and go. And putting some haste on the map. I guess the one cons you can say about this strat was selling the heist blueprints. I did not loot any contract, I just sold the blueprints and rogue markers. And unlike what people think, selling the heist blueprints was very easy. It took me like 5 minutes to solve everything about heist. So I think this strat is pretty solid. And if I am not gonna do Abyss strat, I'm definitely gonna do the Alch Go strat. Now this is the final list. Tell me in the comments if you like this tier list or not. These are all based on my opinion and my tests. And see you in the next video.